Hi guys, this is a screencast covering a milestone for the first milestone for the course CSC 519 DevOps. So this screencast will specifically cover the second part, which is to set up and run the Java system of iTrust on a separate node using Ansible script. And this is the Ansible script which we'll be using to set up the system on a separate node. Let's get right to it. I'll start executing the Ansible script and wait for it to communicate with the other node. And this is the other node. I can show you the IP address of this node, and that is 192.168.2233.10. So the installation and the configuration of the requirements for the Java application has begun. Initially it's starting to download the keys for Oracle Java 8. So I'll just give you a look of the Ansible script on how it is formatted and what goes on in it. Initially the key for Oracle Java 8 is downloaded, which is required for a successful installation of Oracle Java 8, Java 8 installer and Java 8 set default. And then we update the cache of the apt-get and install all the required packages, which includes GCC, Git, Git core, the Oracle Java 8 itself, Maven, mySQL server, and Python software properties which support the mySQL server. Then we go ahead and update the apt-get cache again, just so that we don't have any trouble installing Tomcat Apache Tomcat 9. The Apache Tomcat 9 is installed using the Apache Tomcat tar file, which we download from the Tomcat Apache Tomcat website, the official website of it. And I untar the file into the opt directory, and that is where the Tomcat gets installed. Then we go ahead and export the environment variables which are required for Apache Tomcat's successful running and execution and proper working of it. That it requires Catalina home and Java home and JRE home, which Tomcat uses for various code base. Then we copy the MySQL configuration file, which we have already created, and it specifies some of the configurations that we require for the working of the Java application. Also, we also have copied the Tomcat users file, which includes some of the Tomcat users that we had created just for the proper working of Tomcat and to introduce proper security into the Tomcat server. The mode of the configuration files are set to read-write mode only for the root user, which is the user who will be responsible for running both the applications of MySQL as well as Tomcat. Then we go ahead and restart the MySQL server to get the configuration and use the new configuration file. Then we clone the iTrust repository, which we have forked or checked into a public GitHub repository. Then we package the product using mbn clean package. This package creates a war file in its targets folder. So we copy that war file from the target folder into the deployment folder, which is the web apps folder of Tomcat 9. This is, if you recollect, this is where we had extracted the Tomcat installation files in /opt. So this is where the web apps folder for Tomcat will be present, and we copied it into the web apps folder under the name of itrust.war, so that it becomes easy for us to access the application when we require it from the browser by just giving this name of iTrust. Then we shut down the Tomcat server and restart it again, so that the Tomcat server can get the new deployment and it can cater the request to that particular application. And it started to install the required packages, and generally it takes a bit of time to install some of the packages which are there, since there are a lot of packages over here. So just go ahead and pause this video until the installation is done, and resume it once the installation is done, and we can go ahead with that. So as you have seen here, we have installed the required packages, which includes the GCC, Git core, and others. And we have went ahead with updating the cache again, and we have also installed the Tomcat 9 server on this other VM. We did also export the environment variables required for the working of Tomcat 9, and we have copied the required configuration files of both MySQL as well as Tomcat, and we have restarted the MySQL server. So now we have started the Tomcat server, and we are trying to clone the repository and package the project. So this package project is the process where we do a MVN package, clean package of the project iTrust, and it creates a WAR file into the target folder. And this also takes a bit of time, so I can just go ahead and pause the recording again. So as you can see, we have packaged the project, and we have indeed went ahead and started the Tomcat server, and it has the Ansible script has finished running successfully. So we'll just check whether the Tomcat server is indeed running. So we can just do a ps -eaf and grab Tomcat in it, and we can see yes, Tomcat is indeed running. And we have the IP address, so I'll just copy this IP address and try to access the system via browser. And Tomcat has a default port of 8080/itrust, because that is the name of the WAR file that we have used, that is pasted into the web apps directory of Tomcat. And we can see yes, the iTrust application is indeed up. You can just go in as an admin user and try logging in, and we can try and see if it's indeed working by adding a couple of users. And we can see if they have been entered into the database, and we can see that it's giving us to edit the personal record. You can just go ahead and add some address and subsidy, and I can just go ahead and search for the username and see if it comes up. We can see that it is showing up the different users that we had created. So we have established that the iTrust application is successfully running, and it's successfully communicating with both the database server, and it's deployed on the Tomcat server, and that is what the Ansible script is supposed to do. Thank you.